Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a check-in for my air signs. So this one's going to be for October. This will be a check-in for my Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius placements. You could have that as your sun, your moon, your rising sign, Venus sign, Jupiter, anywhere that you feel drawn, or just honestly, if you have a lot of air in general in your chart, then this might resonate with you. Oh, I'm already doing some clearing with you guys. Whew, water. Anyways, new setup. I have an office now, so peep the brick wall for some character. Gives the room some character. Right away, what I'm getting for you guys is that I'm hearing fiend disinterest for my air signs. Someone is fiending disinterest. So immediately what that makes me feel like is that someone is bothered by something, either bothered by you living your life and doing good for yourself. They are bothered by something you've said or that you've done or something. Fiend disinterest. And I'm hearing, which I've seen on like a meme before or something, which is like, and I have no desire to clear shit up. Like, people think XYZ about me and I have no desire to clear it up. That's what I feel about you guys. The other person is like fiend disinterest because they're bothered by you and you're like, I have no desire to clear this up. Like, I'm not. I'm just living my best life. It is what it is. But you are bothering someone. You are bothering and also like triggering someone just by you simply existing. That's just the vibe that I am getting, air signs, okay? All right, let's use this deck today. This is gonna be Sacred Geometry Activations. Book looks like this. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. There's something else I was gonna say. If it's important, it'll come back. My ADHD is not doing me any favors, but I haven't done this in a minute, which is why this is not perfectly curated and scripted, which I'm sure you guys don't really care about, but I'm just saying. If you like the reading, if you want more of these, go ahead, hit the thumbs up button, give the video a like. I really appreciate it. Helps me so much with the algorithm because YouTube, you know, is YouTube, but all right. Wait for air signs, spirits. It's so funny. I feel like someone's so bothered and you're like laughing about it practically. Like you guys are like, Be bothered. Be bothered then. Go ahead, be bothered. Like that's what it feels like. All right. Let's see if we can get some of these for my air signs. What do we got for Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, placement, spirit? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Ooh, I forgot to pick up this card from the last reading. Hold on. Just the hangman chilling on the floor, of course. So this card here is number 23. I'll show you in a minute, but I know there's another one in here for you guys. It's called Dynamic, and it says the frequency of dynamic supports our ability to harmonize between layers and aspects of different origin and frequency. It helps us to put together a reality that is made up of many different elements, both familiar and completely new, with ease, grace, and great joy. You also have empowerment here on the bottom. So this is the Dynamic card. Sacred geometry is so beautiful in these. Then you have realization. The frequency of realization supports the internal process of becoming aware of our heart-centered truth. Hey, hey. My cat just doesn't want to listen to me. I don't need you climbing on that. Thank you so much. Frequency of realization supports the internal process of becoming aware of our heart-centered truth, as well as the external process of becoming our highest expression in this world. Look at how beautiful these are. I cannot get over them. Look at that. Ugh, amazing. I would screenshot these, to be completely honest. I would screenshot them and I would use them for manifestation or for alignment and things like that. And then empowerment. The frequency of empowerment supports our ability to show up fully and completely, uniting us with others in the deep trust that we are all connected through the same source. Look at these though. So beautiful. This one and the realization one are, I think, like my faves for sure. But so air signs, what I'm getting immediately is that you are like getting definitely like a social butterfly like type of vibe. Like you mingle with everyone, like you create these dynamics. And I think that you've realized, hence realization, that you are the reason a lot of these connections in your life come to play. Like you are the reason a lot of people meet, or you're just like, oh, I'm the reason why this and this and this has happened because I introduced these people to each other and then XYZ came out of that. The dynamic, right? You have number 33, miracle, on the bottom too. Miracle along with magic. Oh my God. But I really feel like you guys are able to harmonize and alchemize different people, different backgrounds, getting something from human design, which if you guys are not familiar with, you should definitely look that up. Get your free chart, check it out. We all have an environment that we work best in, and what I'm getting here is the kitchen environment. And the kitchen environment is very communal, where, think about like a soup kitchen in a way. Like there are so many different people from different backgrounds and who have different experiences, and just they're so unique. Each individual person is so unique. And I think that you are this person that's bringing all those people together. Like you are like the hub for all these things to happen. You're the meeting place. You meet these people and you bring them together. You harmonize those connections. You bring those different elements, different energies, different vibrations like into alignment. It's almost like you are the alchemist here. You are like the magician. You're bringing these things into reality. I feel like normally maybe certain people, certain energies, certain elements wouldn't go well together, but because you are there and able to alchemize, you bring those things together. I think that's what that realization is. I want to check out realization in the book, but the empowerment card, I think, speaks on that too. Just show up fully and completely. Like you're able to do this for other people because of how much work you've done on yourself and how easily able you are to be in alignment, to be your authentic self. That is inspiring to other people, and that is empowering to them. Hence why you have all these people who are coming together while you're around. You're bringing so many people together because the defining factor, or like the sum of all these parts, the main piece of this that connects everything, is that your ability to live in alignment in your truth and in your authenticity brings all these different people from all sorts of other walks of life to the same place. That's what's uniting them all, is your energy and your ability to speak your truth, to be authentic and sit at the vibration that you guys are at. You're able to bring all these people together because that's what they all have in common. That's what I was looking for. The commonality between all of them is you. Okay? And look at this. Number 10, authority. The frequency of authority reminds us that true authority is powerful, directed, and realized, yet receptive, wise, and loving. So this is like, you guys have a specific type of energy about you that is like authoritative without trying. Like you guys are like the alpha, so to speak, without actually trying. That is incredible. So you are like this leader in a way. If you really think about this, you are like leader. And leadership doesn't, I feel like some of you guys are like, I want to call myself that. Leadership doesn't have to be this exact thing. Like, I think we all have different ideas of what that looks like. So keep that in mind. But for the realization card, it says realization happens on many different levels. Internally, we realize something when we become aware of that something as a fact. Externally, we realize something when we achieve or fulfill a dream or a desire. On a spiritual level, we refer to self-realization when we are able to unite body, mind, and spirit and soul to step into our fullest, most authentic expression of who we really are. Now you're getting my Italian hands. Are you listening, air signs? Are you listening? I'm going to read that one more time for emphasis. On a spiritual level, we refer to self-realization when we are able to unite body, mind, spirit, and soul and step into our fullest, most authentic expression of who we really are. The center of this activation draws us into an infinite inward journey through the layers of our awareness. Here, I'll hold it up so you can see again. The green indicates the presence of the heart, which provides the wisdom and stability needed on this frequently, quote, trippy path. The rich, bright blue coloring of the outer circles represents the ability and desire to express ourselves and to be realized in the outer world. The water represents the emotional realm, the heart's guidance system, and the orange and yellow stand for expression, creativity, and self-awareness. You guys have such like ascended master type of energy to you, which is so cool and so beautiful. I'm gonna read authority now too, because again, like I said, you guys you're in an authority type role, whether you want to be or not, whether you realize it or not. You are meant to lead people in a very beautiful way. Again, it's communal, it's motherly, it's nurturing. It's not the same as like what I feel like most people think of when they think of authority. They think of maybe more harsh or strict or something like that. But the word authority has mostly been used to describe the powers that rule, govern, lead, direct, control, and protect. It has also been closely associated with the powers that dominate, suppress, enforce, demand, and scare us. Authority is about power. Oh my God, yes. Absolutely, my friend. True authority is generated by maturity, knowledge, wisdom, experience, and inner balance. This kind of power comes from within, where it is deeply rooted in a solid connection to source. Externally, this power expresses itself as presence, the ability to be completely in the moment with full awareness of every aspect of oneself, all senses fully engaged, while being completely centered in the heart. Internally, this power steps back to witness, allowing us to perceive and discern without attachment. That's what I'm saying you guys are doing. From all this, a new form of authority arises. One that leads, shares, directs, and conducts with benevolence, grace, compassion, wisdom, and integrity. This kind of authority inspires trust, creation, collaboration, and partnership. It is perceptive in nature and expresses the journey inward, where connection with self and source become one. Green represents the energy that abundantly flows from the heart. Turquoise represents the high heart chakra, sometimes referred to as the thymus chakra, the place where heart and throat energies merge into loving expression of truth. Gold and yellow represent abundance, truth, enlightenment, and self-realization. In numerology, 3 is considered a catalytic number. It stands for an energy that speeds up or creates a reaction between two unrelated things without necessarily changing itself, which is perfect for what I'm saying that you guys are doing, right? And there are many 6s in this image. 6 is associated with harmony, love, and balance, as well as with structure, design, and efficiency. Conceptually, circles stand for everything and nothing at all, balance and infinity, purity, and freedom. So again, think differently about the word authority, because I truly, after seeing this, think that it is time for you guys to step into a more like authoritative leadership, mentor like type of role. Like, you guys, I think, have to also like realize, I need to shuffle this, that I think there are just like, so what I'm hearing with this is that it's like they're showing me the King of Swords. Like, maybe your perspective on what authority is not the greatest. It's, again, it's strict, it's suppressing, right? It is demanding, it's not it's not guiding, it's not sharing, it's not encouraging, it's not that type of all-encompassing good type vibes. I feel like a lot of us, definitely y'all, if you're watching this right now, I feel like you guys are viewing it as that, as such. But I think that you need to redefine authority for yourself, because I think that you guys are an authority. You guys are, you're empowering is what it is. Authority meant to lead, but you're leading by empowering other people. Like, you're leading them and combining all these people, like in your kitchen, so to speak. And you're doing so by empowering them, where you come in and maybe you say, you know, hey, I'm just going to use some random names. Like, hey, Susie, I know you've really been through this, that, and the other thing, and it's been really hard for you, and we've worked through that. We've done a lot of work, we've done a lot of healing, and XYZ, but Lauren over here is actually going through something really similar, and I think that you guys should connect, right? There's the dynamic. I think that you guys should connect, and you should talk about these things. And maybe you guys could, you know, chat about your experiences together, blah, 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 and hence the empowerment that comes along with that, right? The realization card too, same thing, internal process of becoming aware of our heart-centered truth. You are encouraging and empowering others to realize their full potential. Truly, you guys don't understand what you're doing. If this is something that is like what you want to do as far as like work or like your career or something, then like, what are you waiting for? What are you doing? Like, it may not be the super giant, like famous, you make millions right out the gate type of thing, but like the communal, the environment, your community, the foundation, and the camaraderie and community that you're building is so important. Someone needs to hear this. Like, the numbers, the status, the fame, the money is irrelevant. People just genuinely love you. People just genuinely love you, and they love your energy. Like, they want you around. So again, it may not be this thing that seems like, if you're doing it for work, like this big giant thing that's just gonna like take off and you're gonna be like rich and famous, but like, you are gonna change so many people's lives. And that's the point of why we do this work, right? If this is just something that you guys are like, oh, I don't know, I don't really view myself like that, and it's just on like a more chill basis, like it's more not work related, but just something that you're doing in your life, I think that you guys need to just give yourself more credit that you are the middle ground for a lot of other friendships and relationships. Like, it might be like, oh, you, again, like Susie and Lauren are friends, but they're only friends because of you. And you're the connecting like bridge between them. And same thing, you may have some other friends too, where it's like, oh, Susie knows Jeff and they're friends, and that's because you introduced them. You are the commonality between all of them. Like, you are bringing people together, and you're allowing them the space. You're sharing the space. You're sharing your kitchen. You're sharing you. I don't know how to describe it other than I feel like I'm just going to be a broken record at this point, but you are doing something really beautiful and underrated in this world. And I think that you need to keep doing it. I think it's absolutely beautiful, and I don't think you give yourself enough credit. I feel like whatever you guys are doing, like, again, like I said, you think back to the beginning of this reading. I can't believe it's been 19 minutes. Where I said that someone was like feigning disinterest. Know that if you have people who don't like what you're doing, if you have haters, if you have people who are judging you, you know, you have trolls, or you have bullies, or you have people who just got nothing nice to say, know that it's because you're triggering them. You are triggering them. You are triggering healing that needs to be done within them, because they haven't realized their true self. They haven't realized their full potential. They haven't reached their full potential, right? They haven't mastered this realization energy. They haven't come to this like you have. So know that what they see in you is something that they want. And that's why these people, like I said, it's like unbothered. You are unbothered. And they're going to feign disinterest. But they are so bothered by what you're doing, or you're living your life, or just like who you are. Like, your energy just in general may very well, in the same way that it empowers the right people, may very well trigger healing in other people. And they may not like that. They may not like that. All right, Spirit, what do we got for air signs? Yeah, I feel like you guys just show up in a room and it's literally like it's a 50-50. People could flock to you and love you and be obsessed with you and want all your energy and you'd be like, oh my God, let's be friends, da-da-da. Or it could go the opposite way and someone could talk some shit. They could be mad at you for literally nothing. They could be nitpicky towards you if you know them personally, like... And whatever they're being nitpicky about, it's exactly that. It's being nitpicky. There's nothing behind it. It's fiend disinterest. It's like I have to find something to say to this person to talk shit about them because I'm insecure, right? It's like I have to find something to bother them about. I have to find something to pick them apart with. I have to find something to bully them for. Like, people are trying to just... Or honestly, it feels like it's just one person, to be honest. It doesn't feel like multiple people. It feels like one person, but take it as it resonates. Who just is like, you know, I have to tear them down about this. And it may not even actually be like a conscious thought that they're doing it, but they are. Tearing you down for nothing. Because your existence alone is triggering healing for them that needs to be done. And they don't want to heal it. They don't want to face it. It's just what it is. Spirit, tell me about the situation for my air signs. For my Geminis, my Libras, my Aquarius. Tell me about this situation. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Look at this. So far, we have 5 of Cups here, and we have the Hierophant. That's you. That's you. That's you, air signs, right there. You guys showing up as the Hierophant. You guys showing up as the Hierophant. And then you have this person with the 5 of Cups. You got the 4 of Pentacles on top of that. And then to boot, you got the 7 of Wands. You are like, no. This person also, look at High Priestess in reverse at the bottom too. You could be dealing with someone who has fire in their chart, or, you know, it could be vice versa. I'm not sure. But this is Pisces, but this showed up in the fire sign check-in too. In reverse to represent fire signs. So take it as it resonates. But this person here looks like they're just struggling holding on to something. I feel like they're holding on to stuff. They're not living their truth. And there's a lot of like, again, look at this energy here of almost like defensive energy. I deserve this. I belong here. Let me defend my power. Let me defend my position. Let me defend myself, my beliefs, my worldview, whatever. There's a lot of just defending and holding on to emotional hurts. Or like maybe you hurt this person's feelings and they're still thinking about it. For some of you, I feel like this is years later, they're still thinking about it. They're still salty. Because the High Priestess in reverse, to me, makes me feel like this person has not quite developed in the same sense that you have. They could even use spirituality or use like anything spiritual in nature in a more like negative way to like fit their agenda, if that makes sense. You know, it's almost like we use spirituality when it works for you, but use it a different type of way when it doesn't work for you, and kind of like twist the narrative and cherry pick. Like that's kind of the vibe it's giving me. You're showing up as the Hierophant, which is divinely guided. This is like spiritual authority, similar to how the High Priestess is, but this is spiritual authority right here. It's Taurus energy as well. This is like what I say goes. That's what this energy is. Again, whether or not you know, and the whole, which is really funny about the Hierophant is that technically the Hierophant is here to join these two people together and create union, essentially. A lot of times when this card comes out and it's in a love reading, this is going to be about marriage, or it's about a solid union. It's also about a connection. This person with the like scepter type thing that he has here in his hand, this card can oftentimes symbolize this person's connection and balance, the unity, the dynamic, like we talked about, right? Harmonizing the spirit realm and the earthly realm. It's mind, body, spirit. Or you can even look at it as upper world, middle world, lower world. But it is harmonizing different energies. This person has the capability to do that. To see between worlds is what I'm getting. And I believe this is your energy here. I feel that. So you might have the ability to see between worlds. You might even have like some shaman energy, or like might be drawn to like shamanism or something. But yeah, you have that ability to move like between worlds here. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Oh God, Jesus. 5 of Swords in reverse. I just feel the sense of like, I'm exhausted looking at this card. I don't know how to describe it. I'm exhausted. Like, I just keep getting this feeling of like, don't you want to not do this anymore? Like, that's what that feeling is to me. Like, I feel like that might be the conversation you're trying to have with someone, or you want to have with someone, to be like, isn't it exhausting living that type of life? Like, aren't you tired? Like, looking for things to argue about, or looking for issues? Like, aren't you tired of fighting for literally nothing? Because a lot of times with this card here, with that 5 of Swords, it's like, what am I fighting for? What's the point? Any type of 5 is conflict, it's tension, struggle. And this is often a battle of the mind. It's like the ego for me. It's like, what am I fighting for? And every time that this person is doing that and they're exhausting themselves, you have the 3 of Wands reversed, which is like, where are my ships? Why aren't they coming in? Because they're not looking on the bright side. They're not looking at the positives. They're looking for ways to just literally be a bother. They're looking for ways to like, it's like they're directing their anger or their frustration or whatever in all of the wrong ways. And I think that's why they don't like you. That's what it is. Thank you, Spirit. That's why they don't like you, is because with this dynamic card here, you've learned how to harmonize these different frequencies, and you've learned how to marry these very different things and elements, frequencies together. That's what makes you an authority. You are not someone to be fucked with, because you've realized your full potential and you are living in it. That's what makes you so powerful, and how you are empowering other people and allowing them to do the same. And I think that's what bothers this person, is that you are able to alchemize these energies and be the magician, and you're able to do something that they have never been able to successfully do, or they just struggled with their entire lives. That's what I'm getting, is like, why can't I do that? So instead, they're going to look at their lives here like this, right? And be unhappy. They're going to focus on what they've lost, what they can't do, what they feel that they're incapable of doing. And they're going to hold on to any shred of like defending themselves. So if like you're at odds with someone, or you're arguing with someone, like that's what this energy is that they may argue with you and just like keep going. They may just drive it straight into the ground, like relentlessly have the same conversation or argument over and over and over again. Or they may take any little thing and just run with it, because it's like they're trying to like keep a grip on like their reality, or they're trying to make themselves feel better in some type of way. And they may not realize that that's what they're doing. But then look at this. You have the Empress and you have the 4 of Wands. And I really feel like, I'm going to get some more cards on this, but I really feel like this is you being like, I don't need that. I do not need that. Like, I just keep hearing like, I'll build another one. I'll build another one. The Empress is either Taurus or Libra energy. It's Venus. Ruled by Venus. This is the Divine Mother. Divine Feminine. And it's funny because you have more of like this is like the earthly version of the Divine Feminine, whereas the High Priestess would be the more like spiritual ether type of Divine Feminine. But you also have the Hierophant, which is like the Divine Masculine, the counterpart to the High Priestess. So it's like, this is what I'm saying by you guys alchemizing these energies. Here's the Divine Masculine that you're alchemizing, and here's you showing up also with your Divine Feminine. And I feel like you're like, this is what I've built. And you're like, if you can't be a part of that, like, that's fine. Like, again, it's like, I'll build another one. Because you know that you've already brought so many people together. You have so many people, like, in your circle, in your group, in your community. You're like, I'll build another one. Like, I'm not, like, this Empress isn't going to cry over spilled milk. That's what this feels like to me. This is the spilled milk. I'm going to get some more info on this Four of Wands here in reverse. Can you tell me more about this Four of Wands? Wow, in reverse for my air signs. What is this situation or this foundation here? Ace of Swords reversed, for starters. It wasn't built on truth. It wasn't built on anything that was going to last. It was not. Queen of Pentacles reversed. These came out in the fire sign reading too, so you might definitely want to check those out. Look at this. This wasn't going to last. It wasn't built on truth. Like this friendship or connection or whatever wasn't built on anything like stable. Two of Cups reversed. If this is a romantic connection, you guys, this wasn't ever going to last. And I think that your ability to see that it's not working or that it hasn't worked, it's not going to work, and seeing it for what it is screwing with them. They don't like that. I think it's something about it that I'm hearing specifically, if you're dealing with like a masculine energy, that this person feels like emasculated by you and your power and your energy. You're the authority, and I feel these very like outdated type of like world views in a way where it's like, I should be the one doing this and I should be the one doing that and blah blah blah, and you're like, I have both the masculine and the feminine within me, and like I'm good. Like again, the realization, the dynamic, harmonizing all that stuff together, being the alchemist, being the magician, you know how to do that and you're doing it well. And not only that, you're bringing in all these other people who are thankful for you, and they see what you're doing and they're like, oh my God, you're so great. They're praising you, right? So it's almost like they're praising you and this person just doesn't like it. They don't like it. So it's like feigned disinterest. So they may not have anything to actually argue with you about or actually pick at you for, right? But they're going to pick any tiny little thing just so they can argue with you, just so they can get something against you. You know what I mean? It's like if you don't have anything that you can say to someone as for why they're a bad person or whatever, but you just don't like them and you're triggered by it and it's your own stuff, you may be like, oh, like you're ugly or something. You know what I mean? It's surface level stuff. So it's like someone just picking fights with you because, again, feigned disinterest. I don't really like that you XYZ. And then it's like, well, why are you so bothered by that? And then it's like, I just really don't think they have an opinion on everything. It doesn't matter what you do, they have an opinion. And this person hasn't healed shit in their life. They have not healed a single thing. With the moon in reverse, they haven't looked at their shadow once. Five of Wands on the bottom too. They have not once looked at their shadow. Tell me more about this environment, the situation with the Four of Wands reversed, please. Tell me more about the Four of Wands reversed for air signs. Wheel of Fortune and the Hanged Man. Wheel of Fortune and the Hanged Man with the Lovers in reverse. Yeah, this is just really karmic. This is just really karmic. And you guys are like, I've learned so much from this situation. Look at this. You guys are like, I've learned so much. Because the Lovers is not just about romantic situations, but it's also about alchemizing two opposites, right? It's alchemizing both the feminine and the masculine, whether that's internally or externally. And this to me says that you here showing up as a Queen of Cups fully recognizes that this was a Six of Cups scenario. And I feel like I'm just getting for some of you that you guys, especially if this was a romantic connection, you may have been their parent in a past life. And so like you're here essentially again to be that Queen of Cups, to show them maybe how to regulate their emotions, show them how to feel these big feelings and how to put this bitterness aside, how to come together in union within the self with other people. And that like divide and conquer doesn't work is what I'm getting. That's what this is to me. It's like you've realized this and you accept that and you know that. You understand that this connection wasn't built off of necessarily anything long-lasting and long-standing. The Two of Cups is reversed. It wasn't reciprocal. It was not based in like complete truth and authenticity. Maybe you were doing that. They weren't. Okay? Wheel of Fortune with the Hanged Man and the Page of Swords. Absolutely. Wheel of Fortune and Hanged Man is like, you guys are going through, I think, this kind of like, just again, period of changes right now. There's a pause here that I feel like is happening or has happened, and it's much needed. It's about taking advantage of the position that you're currently in and working with what you have as well, is what I'm hearing. But the Wheel of Fortune is fixed energy, was written. So I think that this is kind of like, what I'm feeling is more like a surrender. That's what this is to me. Because that's what the Hanged Man realistically has to do, right? They have to surrender to their circumstances. They're tied there. They can't do anything. Hence why when this is in reverse, this could be an energy of looking at a situation from a different perspective, because you literally don't have a choice. But this is coming out with the Wheel of Fortune, which makes me feel like you're realizing that you need to surrender to these things. And then think back to what I said before with the Four of Wands. I'll build another one. You guys are realizing very quickly that you need to just surrender to the fact that it is what it is. You're not letting anyone else steal anything away from you. Take your authority, take your power. Screw with your energy, none of that. You are forced to surrender to the circumstances, because with the Wheel of Fortune, they are fixed, they are destined, they are fated. And the Page of Swords coming out tells me that this person is not capable of expressing in the same way that you are. So I also think are looking at this like, do I communicate? And I don't think that you're going to, or that you want to. I think you have enough, but if this person is going to be like, well, what about this, and what about that, and what about this, with this energy, it's like, okay, well then you keep doing that. And you're just going to keep standing here with your empty cups. You're not like that. They may be standing without their cups, watching their empty cups, watching their ships not come in, holding on to any little thing that they possibly can, and you're sitting here in divine spiritual authority. I hate to say it, honestly, but you guys are just, you're above that. It wasn't a good foundation. It wasn't built on anything to last. It wasn't. You have 5 of Pentacles on the bottom too. Look at this. It wasn't built to last. And this person is very bitter. You are triggering them into a state of healing. You are triggering them into their own Wheel of Fortune moment, okay? Bold. So bold. But, all right, air signs, listen, that's it for me for right now. I hope this check-in made sense for you guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, hitting that thumbs up button, giving the video a like is super helpful. Helps me get my video out to everybody else. Helps the algorithm and all that good stuff. And yeah, I hope it resonated. Leave me a comment, share the video, show me some love. I love y'all so much, and have a good week. Have a good month, because I'm going to be doing these monthly. So have a great October. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you soon. Mwah!